What's up, witches and warlocks? Puma Fist here, the lazy Sunday rant. God, man, these Sundays come so fucking fast these days. At least we're having good weather right now. Still hot as hell, but we got a nice little breeze. I guess there's a couple of storms coming our way. It's always funny. You can tell who the Florida natives are and who aren't. One of the project managers at my site right now, who's from out of state, just moved here. He's going to be here for like 2 years working on the renovations for our facility. And yeah, of course he's from the fucking West Coast, so the first thing he's doing, he's like all over the fucking news, you know, checking up on these fucking storms coming our way and shit, talking about it. So everybody's fucking laughing at work. It's like, dude, you're obviously not a fucking Florida native. Like, I don't even notice that a fucking storm's coming until I go to fucking Publix and I see that all the water is bought up. Then I'm like, oh shit, I guess there must be a storm coming. Nobody around here fucking cares. Let's see. Oh, on a serious note, I do want to do something here real quick. Because I've seen a couple of my regular commenters act a little fishy, a little weird. Not in a bad way or anything like that, but just the normal pattern of behavior is a little off. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out here real quick. Hey, look, if anybody's having a problem out there, you know, you can feel free to contact me. I'll talk to you if something's going on. If something's a little weird, you know, hey, that's what we're here for. As part of the social contract, I'm throwing myself out here on the internet. You guys are consuming my content. So I feel like I have some sort of a connection with you, and if you're having a fucking problem, hey, I'll try to help you out with it if I can. That's just the nice guy that I am. You can always contact me on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it is at crow_scandal, or you can hit me up at PumaFist at Proton Mail. You know, hey, if something's going on and you need to talk, hit me up. You know, I'll help you out. I don't want to see anybody in a bad way or, you know, fucked up in the head or anything like that. So, and no judgment. Hey, look, we're all fucked up. Everybody's fucked up. I'm fucked up. Everybody who's watching right now is fucked up. People who aren't watching right now are fucked up. We all got our own weird shit, right? It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Don't fucking worry about that. Judgment-free zone here. I mean that honestly. If you got something going on and you need to talk about it, I'll talk to you with it about it. You know, it's all good. No worries. Unless you're John Delarose. Just throwing that in there. Fuck you, John. Fuck you. Unblock me, goddammit. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to let me on your show. Just fucking unblock me. Piece of shit. Anyway. I guess I kind of deserve that. I did piss him off pretty good, so it's neither here nor there. Fuck it. What else are we on to now? Let's see. You'll have to bear with me here, folks. I've been smoking a little weed today. Smoking a little bit of the ganja, man. Blood clot. All that shit, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Donald Trump. I guess we'll talk about that for a minute. Weaponizing his fucking mugshot. These people don't understand the power of, like, master fucking manipulators, right? These, or as Scott Adams, old Claude Adams would call them, you know, masters of persuasion. Dude, Trump figured out how to fucking turn his mugshot into a motherfucking iconic image. I mean, you gotta give credit where credit's due. The left's not even fucking trying to talk about it anymore. They know how badass it is. It's the guy can't fucking stop winning. And this whole thing is just a fucking dog and pony show. It really is fucking stupid. He's not going to get fucking convicted of anything. You have to know this. This is all, and even if they did, let's say, let's suppose for a moment that Trump gets convicted and they're going to send him to fucking federal prison. Here's my question, because this has never happened before. What about a Secret Service detail, which he's required by law to have for the rest of his life? Are they going to be in prison with him? Like, how would this even work? They're not going to throw a former president in fucking jail. It's not going to happen. And the reason being, it's going to set a precedent that none of these people want to deal with. And then you're going to have to deal with shit like I just said. What about the fucking Secret Service detail? I can imagine the guy who gets on that fucking bus. Shit, I got to sit in here in fucking jail for the next, 24 hours. Fuck. Nobody's going to want that. It's not going to happen, folks. It's not going to happen. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. Get it out of your mind. Remember, all politicians, everything you see, it's all fucking scripted, man. This is a good segue. We'll get into, speaking of old Clot Adams, we'll get into this simulation theory. Now, simulation theory goes by, there's no real clear definition of it, but the general accepted one is that basically we're part of a fucking computer program, like it's the fucking Matrix or something like that. There's some higher intelligence or whatever the fuck that's pulling the strings, and yeah, we're basically just in a simulation. We're not actually real. Now, I don't believe that version of it. Now, when I say a simulation theory, I think that everything that's here is real. You know, you feel pain, you feel sadness, you feel joy, right? You taste things, you can interact with your environment. There's tactile sensations for us. That would be one hell of a complicated fucking computer program to have the characters in the fucking game actually feel, right? That's totally absurd. When I say we're in a simulation, what I mean is that we are living our lives believing things that we've been programmed from birth to believe. Now, that's from the the elites and stuff like that are trying to shape society. That's why we've got all the problems that we do right now. There's a group of people, a think tank, at the top of human society that's dictating how we act. And they've got commandments or whatever the fuck it is, decrees of how every fucking organization on Earth needs to fucking enforce these types of fucking rules and regulations and programming that they're trying to put on all of us. I know this sounds nuts. Like I said, I've been smoking. Leave me alone. But no, that is the simulation. Nothing that we do is fucking natural, right? I mean, we're not living... We have a glimpse of the animal world, and we're animals. People seem to forget. They think we're different. Religious people think that we're divine, right? No, we're just monkeys like all the other monkeys. We just happen to be the most developed monkeys. That's it. We're still part of the animal kingdom. And we don't live like it. We don't live like it. There is no other species on the planet that lives like humans do. And this is all, it's man-made technology, all that shit like that. It all comes from us. Extreme innovation. We are magnificent fucking specimens, right? We're also fucking psychotic, crazy ass fucking specimens that are warlike, petty, fucking aggressive. But we're no different than the rest of the animals. But we don't live like it. Animals don't have to get up and go do a fucking 9 to 5. They don't have to fucking pay taxes. Right? They don't have to register their fucking tree that they're fucking staying in. They don't have to pay taxes on the fucking tree that they're sleeping in. It's... Everything that we do is completely absurd. That's the simulation. That's the simulation. And people just keep going along with it. Now, this is going to loosely tie me into my next point. We're going to talk about Mr. Eric July, because in case you didn't notice, just like 2 hours or so, it's the end of the ISOM 2. Not a crowdfunder, it's a campaign. It's definitely not a crowdfunder, it's a campaign. We're right at the end of that. And of course, take this moment to gloat. I was right. He's just a cunt here under 2.3 million. And that's exactly what my prediction was. Booyah! Y'all need to start listening to Puma Fist more. I know my shit. I might not seem like it, but I'm on the level. So anyway, let's see. The campaign just ended. Well, it's about to end. And so it's effectively over. Unless a whale comes in at the last second and goes, here's 200K. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But also talking with Eric July. Now, we've all seen what's happened here with this whole ISOM church thing. Well, it's not a church. It's a 501c3, blah, 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 right? I'm sure you all are aware of what's going on with that situation right now. Eric kind of jumped the gun, thought he was getting sued by this international school of ministry organization. And apparently that was all wrong. Now, I'll give credit to Tony from the Geek Getaway. I watched his video on this that he just did. I think it was yesterday or day before. He broke it down very succinctly. It's a good video. Go check out Tony. Show him some support. He's a good dude. No, it started off very polite, but Eric jumped the gun because he's fighting with that Dick Masterson and Vito dude, right? They've got this whole fucking back and forth thing going. Everybody's fucking pointing the fingers at each other and shit like that. And what it comes down to is, yeah, because everybody is talking about this shit, Eric July himself included, when he shouldn't have said a damn thing in the first place about it, nobody would have known. He's you know, now having to deal with the fact that it was all a misunderstanding and that the ISOM 501c3 was trying to come to some sort of an amicable agreement with him without having to go the legislative, or, you know, through fucking litigation. And so Eric July totally jumped the gun, ran his fucking mouth when he shouldn't have, brought more attention to it. Now it's all a big fucking thing. So good job, everybody involved. More fucking WWE internet shit for us all to watch, right? Yep, not a fucking simulation at all, folks. Not a simulation. So anyway, here's my take on the whole RIPA thing with ISOM. Okay, a 5-second fucking Google search for the name ISOM. ISOM name meaning is what I looked up. And you immediately get results that shows you that ISOM is actually a real name. From everything that I've seen on Google, air quotes Google, it's got English, Irish, and Scottish origins. So it's a name. It's a name. As far as I'm aware, you can't copyright or trademark a name. As far as I'm aware, unless it's part of a phrase or something like that, I don't believe, just like you can't copyright Robert or trademark Robert, right? Because how many people are fucking named Robert? Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like names are pretty much in public domain. You know, unless you create a word or some shit like your fucking Cardi B and you just whatever the fuck all that shit is. Yeah, unless you're trying to do something like that, I don't really think you can fucking I don't really think you can trademark it. Unless it's bizarre and fucking weird, you know. So the other thing too is the cross, okay, that's on ISOM's fucking crotch, or right above his crotch. That's another one of those things that's in public domain. You can't copyright or trademark a fucking cross. It's just one of those things. It's a worldwide thing. It's fair use. Everybody gets to use it. So ISOM being a real name, we don't know why Avery is named ISOM when he's in his costume or whatever the fuck. But it's a fucking name. So as far as I'm concerned, he could be called Mark. William, right? Yeah. So I don't think there's a leg to stand on with this. I think it's all just a bunch of nonsense. Me personally, I think it's all shit that's put on for views. That's simulation theory, folks. That's simulation theory. Everything we see is fucking fake. You ever notice this? Here we go. I'm going to segue into this. You ever notice how, like, all music, basically anything that's pop, right? Anything that you hear on the radio, anything that you're exposed to by media or whatever, it's being shot at you on purpose in high quantities so that you pay attention. They all have the same chord progressions. they all basically have the same meaning behind them. Like, how many fucking, like, I miss you, girl, you gonna come back songs are there, right? I mean, literally, it's a fucking formula. Let's see. Actors, right? Actors, television, film, plays, right? And even the stories for all this stuff. It's always the same plot. It's shown to you with different actors and different fucking, slight alterations. But basically, the structure of the story is always the same. And it always has been. Why do you think that is? How come people aren't allowed to make really weird, abstract, bizarre shit and have it go mainstream? And don't give me that David Lynch stuff like, oh, his stuff, Eraserhead, blah, 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 blah. No, there's still manipulation tactics in that shit, too. I'll put it to you this way. If you have a deal with a fucking Hollywood studio, even if they're just one of the smaller ones, you're part of the problem. You're you're going to be enforcing some sort of a fucking agenda or serving some purpose for that company down the road that's all about manipulating the public. It's the fucking simulation we live in. Anything that you see that comes from the media, it's bullshit. There's a spin on it. There's a slant on it. That's why I always stress, think for yourself. Don't believe the shit that's being shown to you. There's always a fucking message behind it. Always has been. That's why everything's always the same. Isn't it funny how actors, I was going to talk about this a second ago, how actors always, like, whether it's a female actor or a male actor, they always look alike from generation to generation. Like, there's always a type. This is the type. Now, it gradually changes over time, but you'll have 2 or 3 copies of the same actor during a certain period. Like, where this guy's the A-class one, this is the B-class one, and the C-class one, but they're all basically still the same. They act the same, they fucking look the same. It's fucking weird, folks. You're being conditioned. You're being conditioned, and you don't even realize it. It's by design. It's by design. And it's to get you to like these people so that you follow whatever fucking trash they're ordered to fucking put out in interviews and their publicity tours, all that shit. It's designed there to suck you in and make you think a certain way. And you keep stepping on the same fucking rake over and over and over again. Ugh. You gotta quit. You gotta quit. Anyway, I'm about to go smoke some more. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Shit, we're coming up on 18 minutes. Yeah, there we go. 18 minutes right now. This is the longest one yet. Long rambling one. But anyway, I don't know. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Puma Fist out.